Hey everybody, I'm Connor and I'm going to be bringing you another movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Independence Day Resurgence, which was recently released. And yeah, let's just get straight into the review. I'm going to start off by honestly just saying that this is, a decent movie. It's nothing special. It definitely doesn't live up to the first movie whatsoever in my opinion. And yeah, as far as sequels go, I think it's kind of a moderate sequel. There's certainly better movie sequels out there, but this one isn't terrible. It could have been a lot better, but in terms of the overall story, it is very much the same as the first story, and there's aliens and they come and attack, but the difference is that they've been preparing and they've been using the technology that they acquired from the aliens in the first movie in order to try and prepare themselves. And you see all the kind of advances in the human race and the way in which the human race is unified, and there's no diversion between countries and that kind of thing. But I'd say the first kind of hour and a half or so, or maybe probably say about an hour and a half of the film is really quite boring. It's very dragged out, it's long, pointless story just of this new generation of characters that are young generation space pilots, flying about, doing their thing. You see the relationships that they have with each other. And now we go into some of the older characters from the first movie, and they're just the same characters that we already know, and they just see how they've changed or evolved slightly, and they're just brought into the story, and that's it. They're just there to advance the story. It's very bland, boring story for the first 3/4 of the film, and then you get into some decent action, which is actually pretty entertaining. And there is other points throughout the film, prior to the action, that is quite entertaining, and they try their best to work with the script. But overall, I think the movie is not great. It's definitely not living up to the first movie at all. It is more of a spectacle film rather than story, and we don't really have a connection to the characters. We're not really bothered about what happens to them. We don't have a connection to them at all, whereas we did in the first movie. This movie, like the sequel Resurgence, is all about the spectacle and the action and just making things bigger and better, and rather than in the first film where it's just aliens coming and attacking, Resurgence is more of an apocalypse film, which we see a lot nowadays within recent years. And I think that there's a lot of things lacking both in the story and the characters, but of course missing Will Smith, which was a huge part of the first film, and I think it would have been great if he was in there. He definitely would have elevated the film a lot, just in the way that Jeff Goldblum did as well. So overall, I think I'm going to rate this film a 6 out of 10. It is a decent sequel, nothing special. It's a fun little entertaining movie to get into and watch a couple times if you want to, but definitely stick to the first movie. The speech in the first movie is always going to be a memorable moment in movie history, and it just, the scale of this movie is huge, but the story really falls flat, and it's quite a disappointment considering I was quite looking forward to seeing this film. But let me know what you think of it if you've seen it, and let me know if you're going to see it down in the comments, and subscribe to my channel to see more movie reviews and entertainment related content, and I'll see you in the next video.